Alright, so today we are going to try to install the fang lights and the light bar grill. We have our trusty helper and a pry bar here to help me. Hey! Don't go there. So, we're going to see how this goes. Never done it before, so never really watched anything on it. Get my camera positioned up here. That way you can see what's going on as I do it. Hope you enjoy this one as much as I will. So looking at probably taking this grill out and the headlights out, just looking as a quick reference, looks like there's a 7mm, I got a 7mm socket. I'll take that bolt and that bolt off, that way I can get to the fang lights. I'll take it out real quick. Let's see. Okay. Now there's also another Torx bolts, I think. Let's see. Is this the T20? Take that one out. I'll kind of just stick that back in there and leave it. Put that one back in there. You get the other side loose. Alright, sweet, cool. Alright. So I'm going to work on taking, as far as I can see, there is a bolt here, here, there's a clip there, bolt here and here, and another clip right there, so we're going to try to take these out. Now there's these two at the bottom is looking like a T30, so I don't know why you would go bigger. Could just make them all match. Which those are screws. These look like bolts. So there's that. Now these clips, I hate these clips. They do really good to dig into the plastic, but getting them off sucks. I don't really know some super trick to get them off. Yeah. Got that one off. Did you finally get done with your union brake? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah, success. High five. Can I get a high five? Bam, we got it done. Alright, what are we lacking here? That's loose. That's, oh, okay, so we got another bolt here and another bolt here. Ah, sweet. Alright, so there's this side. There's a bolt right down in there. Another 230. We got this side loose. See, there's a bolt down in there. Then, let's see, for the grill, that one and that one. Now there was the 2 bolts. Looks like there might have been clips there, but they were broke. 2 clips up here up top. Just touch that one, let it slide in. Touch that one, let it slide in. And the grill's out. Hey! Alright, now to get the fang lights out. Let's see. Let me get those Johnnies out. Looks like we got a screw here, here, and here. That's a bolt. Yo, if you're thinking about doing something like this, do it before you sink it in a mud hole. Makes stuff a lot easier to track down and see. Alright, let's see. Can we weasel this up out of here? No? Alright, there's one. Let's get some of this dirt out. Alright, Now instead of disassembling everything all at once, I'm just trying to do one at a time. That way I don't lose track of what I'm doing, and if something happens, I don't forget where I left off, which is a very common occurrence. So on the fang lights, I had to take my knife on my multi-tool and kind of carve out where the little indentions and stuff was, like right there, where the clips seat in, and I had to press really hard to get them back in. Alright, so I figured it out. So, guess what? Infinity Off-Road has an installations instructions video. It's actually really simple. In the bag, it came with these two metal brackets right here, if you can see them, and this one right here. One for the bottom, one for the top. And basically all these other nuts and bolts that's in here stays together, except for this one and this one, this one and this one. You install the metal brackets. There is this nut right here, nut and bolt that goes through the original, this nut and bolt too, the original holes, similar to this one right here of where the original grill came off. You bolt that down, kind of center it up, test fit the grill a little bit, and then start tightening these two bolts down. Once you feel like you've got everything lined up for these two and these two right here, once you got all that lined up, then you just tighten these two down, and then you will commence to put these on, and then bam, got a brand new grill. Now I'm going to work on putting the light bar in. All right, cool. Got it all buttoned up real quick. Don't have a time lapse of that. Trying to get it knocked out before I have to go to work. I have the grill in, have accent lights, put my headlights back in, got all this taken care of. Now I'm going to move on to looking to see where on here I can run all my wiring and see if I need to put my rock lights and stuff on before I put the front end and stuff back on. But I have to go to work. That sucks. Alright, here we are. We're back at it. Been kind of busy. Haven't recorded much of any of that. But anyways, I had to take both seats out, driver and passenger, just to get the bump seat out to get to the trans tunnel. As you can see, this is the harness for the front light bar for the grill. I took this side cover off. There's another cover right here. Those just pop off. And then this cover right here, there's a bolt here and there's a bolt on the other side. I'll go around and show you where that's at. And then two push clips right here, and that piece will come out. Reason being is I already ran my wiring. If you can see here, here, and here, it's my three new wires that's going to be going to the front. It goes right through here. There was a zip tie around that. I cut it off. I'm going to put one back, but that comes out in here. Reason being why I took the driver's seat out, not just because of the bump seat, but it gives me room to work. I'm a big dude, need some room. You can see I have my wires, my wiring harness ran right there. Everything's laying on this side for right now because I'm gonna come through and finish this up. I just want to get the front end finished. And then also, there's where your second bolt goes. It's another Torx bit. Let's see, what is that? 30? Yeah. All right, I'll show you the grill real quick. Got it put together. Already test fitted it once. And then I couldn't figure out where I wanted to put the LED strip for the front. There is two of these. It did come with two of these. So, test fitted it. Found that I had room to put it right here, so it'll illuminate grill here, grill here, grill here, kind of come out the front, maybe a little light into the winch. That'll be a good deal. When you go to install and put the front end back on, and if you have all this, just use the tie wraps or a zip tie or something and tie these back together, keep them out of your way. You don't want to damage them during installation. I do have my wiring facing the passenger side for a reason. There seems to be more room around the radiator on that side, so I got everything routed that way with the light bar. This, the female connector, pointed towards the extension cord, and then here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the front end back together, and then I will show you after I get everything back together. Got the front end back on. See the light bar grill. Might catch it in a video with some light on it. Like I was showing you, the LED strip, you can't see it right now, but it will actually be running and shining up all of this. Right now I'm getting my pods, my harnesses and stuff hooked up. Then I'm gonna clean all that up with some zip ties. Right now, actually, I was determining where I was going to put the pod lights. So these bad boys right here. Now these are the 8 watts, so they are super bright. I've seen them in action. Joel had them on his. So I've seen some people, you know, they had them, it was easy to zip tie them and stuff to the frame and all that, and it lights up and you can see all this, but you don't really have a whole lot of light up here if it's all shining down there. So I got to looking and I was like, all right, mounting points that are the easiest but also can keep it, I guess, kind of hidden. So I got to looking around and I was like, well, here's this layer of plastic, and then there's this layer of plastic right here, so it's 2 pieces. And I was like, all right, well, that lays down on top of this. So I drilled 2 holes here and here, and that's where I'll be mounting it on both sides. That projects the light all the way down here, all the way over here. Basically just lights up this whole area. Now, this is not only just a function to look cool and have light, but like I was saying before, if something happens and you need light to work on your stuff, then boom, there it is. Simple solution. You don't have to hold the flashlight and turn a wrench at the same time. So this side is already still secured. I'm going to take it apart, and then I'm gonna get it up, and I'm gonna mount them on there, and then I'm going to run all my lights, or all my wires and stuff for the lights. So I'm gonna finish this up real quick. Okie dokie, finished up. We got all the plastics and everything back attached. I got my pins, my clips. These clips suck. If anybody knows an alternative for them, let me know, because really they just eat the plastic up, and tired taking them on and off. Anyways, got a pod light mounted up here on this side, and another one on that side. I'm gonna run my wires. I got the splitter and stuff and tuck all that goodness up. I put a thread locker on those bolts. Reason being is if you look at these bolts, they are really not made to stay on. They don't come with any washers, nuts, bolts. I currently don't have bolts and washers right now. And I'm not making a trip to town at the moment, but these kind of suck. They don't have the nylon or whatever inside them, so they are going to vibrate loose. So I put thread locker on them. If they do come loose on me, I'm going to go through, I'll come up with a different alternative. Probably put me some certs or something in the plastic. Maybe, don't know about that. I do have a cert kit, so that would be awesome. All right, now to get all this stuff cleaned up, I get the light bar mounted, and got to do the back pod lights, but I'm going to try to make my way from here back, and then add the pod lights in the rear, and then, yeah, try to get as much stuff knocked out as I possibly can. Now, I got this bolted up, all this, here's the wires. Trying to figure out how I'm going to run those. I see people say recommendations all the time, run it through the cage. I'm not running it through the cage. The light bar doesn't look bad. I'm going to see if I can find some other brackets later on down the road and try and tuck this between here and there, like kind of get the more back towards the roof and lower it out some more, because I feel like this area is field of vision sometimes. I don't know, I'll have to sit down in there and see. But also, if I roll over, it breaks, you know, or bends or something. I know there's a warranty on it, but the least amount of times I have to work on something, the better off I am. So there's that one. I will tighten all these down whenever I'm ready to set it. I'll set it at night and angle it. Might take the bolts out and put some Loctite on them so they don't vibrate loose. So yeah, let's get started on some more of this. So this is the final piece, the moment I've been waiting on. That guy right there just brought the goodies. The final piece. It is officially Thursday. I leave in the morning to go on this 3-day trip to Tackett for my birthday. So that means I'm gonna be working on trying to get this off and get this put back on. And yeah, here we go. Now we are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I've been working on this thing a big portion of today. I have my fuse box installed, put in, screwed up, my relays for both the light bars secured. The way I've got this zip tied, to poke some holes here, you know, around that way, and put some zip ties around it. This is the controller box for the rock lights. Now there's not any tabs or anything on it, and I feel like a sticky adhesive pad is still gonna come apart. So I zip tied it up. I'm gonna think about changing this in the way that it is, if I can find some type of box to put around it and screw it together. Buddy of mine said that these are not waterproof, and one of his is acting up on him. So keep that in mind. Try to place it up high. There's not really a whole lot of places to put stuff around here. Over here is, I don't feel like it's a good area because all the water and mud and shit splash up here. Behind the seat is a safer area, so that's what I went with. Also, I've started assembling the pieces for the trans tunnel. I'm going to put the next piece on and see how that looks. I'm going to finish cleaning up this wiring. Well, tucking it in there and keeping it from getting damaged. Also, my bump seat will go back down over where the cup holders is. So I ran the connection for the rock lights. I drilled a hole, went through the center of the cup holder and the back, and I can pull this wire out. I can disconnect it, add another splitter to it if I need to. If something goes wrong, I can kind of get to that. And also my antenna wires, since I don't use these cup holders, there was already holes in them, so I have my antenna wires right here, just holding up. I'm going to figure out a way to try and hard mount them. The antenna wires are actually for the remote controls for the light bars. There is 2 remote controls, one for each, the one in the grill and the one up top. We're going to test those out later. Whenever it gets dark, we're going to check all our lights and play with our settings. So now I'm going to start putting my trans tunnels together and see how well I can make all this fit. All right, there it is. We got the trans tunnel in, all the plastic pieces secured. Didn't take much to do that. There's actually a little slot right here where the wires they're easily ran out, so you're not like trying to smash all that together. I've kept some of my wires up here, and then zip tie them up here so not dangling around. Really, honestly, there's not a whole lot that I know to do as far as tucking wires to try and clean all this up some more. Kind of don't like the look of it, but you can't put anything on the outside because the exhaust is out there. So maybe you can just put it behind the seat and leave it there. Anyways, when it gets dark, we're going to try these things out and see how it goes. Well, the sun has fallen. The arm is replaced. Finally just tightened down all the lug nuts. See? Check it out. Rock lights make good work lights. Now, Let's take us out to the darker side of the yard and check all this out. See how bright they are, how they look. Alright, I'll turn the rig off so you can hear me. So, this is light bar in the grill. This looks pretty good. Turn it back off. I actually have my switches down here in the center console. You probably can't see. Off. Top light bar. Damn! That's bright. Now, grill light bar. Big light bar. Man. So, cool little feature. Let's see. Gotta get the right rock lights remote and the other remotes. See what we got here. Here's remote number 1. Boom. Light bar. Couple different options. And this is all being controlled by a remote. It's remote number 1. Here's remote number 2. Grill. And then piece la resistance. Rock lights. So let's see. We got what are those? We got a couple different options here. See if we can find a solid color. Green. Green will work. I like green. So we got the rock lights under the back. I've actually got 2 left over. Might put them on the back too. It's pretty bright. It's already made useful, helping finish up the trailing arm. And if you can see, the LED strip that I placed in the grill worked out pretty good. So, yeah. We're ready for the weekend. Hell yeah, somebody out there getting it. Alright guys, you can't see me, but this is my final goodbye. I hope you enjoy the video. We're going to Tackett Creek.